A little while ago, I created my 10-piece wardrobe pin, and it's recently been getting a ton of interest. So I thought what I would do is create this quick video for you to walk you through the 10 pieces that I choose and how, if any, there's been changes over the last year. The original 10-piece wardrobe challenge pin, gosh that's a mouthful, can be found here and is also linked in the description box below this video. The first item was a white t-shirt. Now clearly this is not a white t-shirt, it is a grey, but it's a basic tee. I recommend white, grey, black, or even striped if you prefer, but just something basic that you could wear alone or pair with anything else in these 10 pieces. I did have white and I switched it to grey simply because white was no longer practical. We were doing and will be doing a lot more family activities with smaller and younger children, and as you'll see I've got one other white piece in these 10 pieces here, and I found that 2 white pieces, well 3 actually, but 3 white pieces was too much. I was doing too much laundry and spending way too much time trying to get rid of stains. The second piece that I had in my 10 pieces was actually a blazer, and whilst that worked really well for spring and summer, it's not working so well for me anymore now that we're moving from autumn and into winter. So what I've done is actually change it up for a really light jumper or sweater, whichever way you want to call it. Now this is completely cotton. It's light grey but almost a grey marl, and it is knitted. It's super soft, very comfortable, really light. So I can wear it during the day on our autumn days, which can get up to the high 20s, sometimes maybe 30 degrees. Or if I'm in a vehicle, it's obviously going to get a lot hotter, a lot warmer. But this is now my piece number 2, which was a jacket or a blazer. And I've actually switched it up for this really comfy, really soft jumper that, again, I can layer underneath a heavier jacket when I need to. Okay, this is going to be 3 from 3 changes. The third piece was actually a tank. And whilst again that worked really well for summer when we needed to be really, really cool, I've actually switched it out for a crossover t-shirt. Now again, if you're going to be really fancy, you could probably count this towards your basic tee. But because I'm not quite so fancy and I like things fairly similar, I've actually counted this towards my basic tank. This is something that can be dressed up or down with pairs with everything that I've got here in the other pieces. And you'll also notice that I have this tank underneath, and that's the same tank that I had underneath in for summer. So really all I've done is add a layer, and it's because this is so low and I have so little cleavage, and I just like to be a bit more modest. So I put that tank underneath. Again, it's an extra layer so it keeps me warm during the autumn winter months and keeps me modest and keeps everyone happy. The fourth piece was a shell top, and this could be a blouse or a shell top, and I recommend sleeveless even in the autumn and winter months, at least for us here, because you will most likely be layering anyway, so it's going to be underneath. So I like to be free and easy. Again, you can see this is a little lower, so I would put that tank underneath this top as well. I guess kind of like underwear really, but this again, dressed up, dressed down, it pairs well with everything. I really just, I don't know what else to say other than this is my shell top. Now, so far actually every item is different. I recommended a white button down for the 10-piece challenge, and again, white was just getting too high maintenance, so I've switched it up. This is actually a heavier fabric, so unlike a lot of the blouses or the shirts, this doesn't require anything underneath for me to feel modest. I hate that feeling of wearing a top that is so see-through that your underwear is visible through it. It's just not for me, says she who is currently showing her underwear. sportswear, but that's a totally different scenario. Now, of course, moving into winter, we need a heavier jacket rather than just a light cargo or flak jacket. So I've gone for my really basic black A-line woolen look jacket. It's actually not woolen, and you can see it's a Target jacket. I actually bought this the season before last on special. I tried only to ever buy clothes on special. I knew I was going to cycle out of the current jacket that I had, which was an amazing Kermit green, but into something a little more sophisticated, you know. So I was on the hunt for a dark grey or black coat, and I finally found one. They actually had my size, which is a 6, and I love it. It's comfortable. I think it looks really nice. It obviously pairs with everything else here in the wardrobe challenge. What else can I say? Right, these next 2 items are exactly the same as the ones in the picture that you can see in the 10-piece wardrobe challenge, and there's a reason for that. They just work, and they work from summer right through all of the seasons. They're comfortable. What else can I say about them? A pair of dark jeans, and like I explained in the 10-piece challenge pin, these are flares. I just find them really flattering for my body shape. I always pair them with a very tall heel, so they make my legs look a little longer, which is always good. They're Target, by the way, as are these white jeans. These are just basic straight leg white stretch jeans. Again, from Target. Again, on special, I think they were $7.50. They've really been marked down. I don't know why. Possibly because they're a 6. Possibly because they're a straight leg and there's no embellishments and there's no cutting or ripping or anything on them. I don't like. Who knows? Now the skirt is also something that I've changed up. I had a grey maxi skirt that was actually basically the same sort of jersey knit fabric as this top here, or as a t-shirt. Really super comfortable for spring and summer, and now we have a helicopter flying over. So now that it's autumn winter and I'm feeling like I can deal with a whole lot more structure and a lot sort of richer fabrics, I've actually opted for this little number as my skirt. It's a midi skirt, it's a taffeta, it's from Tempt. It's probably slightly a little large, it's an 8, but that's okay, it just sits a little bit lower on my hips, not a problem. It is lined, you know, halfway down, but I just really loved it, and in particular, it reminded me of my wedding dress. It's almost the identical colour of my wedding dress, and although my wedding dress was made out of a beautiful imported silk, and this is just taffeta, it almost has a similar sheen to it. So it makes me a little sentimental, and I love the colour. I think it really suits me. I'm quite pale, darker hair, it's autumn, winter, starting to get a bit bolder with the colours, so this is what I've gone for. And last but not least, instead of my cargo pants that I had on the 10-piece challenge, these are Chinos of some description, but they're, I don't know what colour these would be, like a pebble, like a slate blue-grey. So again, they go with everything that's here, but they're just a little bit different. Casual, a lot more casual than my jeans, but again, I can dress them up a bit too with some boots or something. So they are my current 10 pieces. It may be because you're traveling, or you're interested in this whole minimalism thing that seems to be going around at the moment, or it could simply be because you're just sick of getting up in the morning and standing in front of that full closet and having nothing to wear. Whatever the reason, I'd really actually strongly recommend that you think seriously about creating a capsule wardrobe of just these 10 pieces. They can be paired into 48 different outfits. Yes, 48 different outfits. You might also be interested to follow me on Instagram and Periscope. I've got some things coming up that are in the pipeline that I think you might find really interesting, so stay tuned, and until I see you next time, be amazing. Let's just wait for the aeroplane to go over. Another aeroplane. I'm really getting sick of this. Another aeroplane.